So in this video we're just going to be talking a little bit about leopard geckos. Here are some of my leopard geckos. We have two hypos on the left here, one hypo on the right, along with, I'm pretty sure that's called the jungle, or actually this might be a different type. It's more of the standard coloration, this one on top. Leopard geckos are probably one of the best beginner lizards. They're very easy to care for. They don't require very much special food or anything. I mean, they require insects, and that's pretty much it. Insects and water. And their cage, you don't need any type of special lighting. You can use a heat light to get their heat right, or you can use a heat pad or some other type of heat source like heat tape or heat cord. You do not want their whole cage to be hot. They should have a hot spot, which you should have at their basking temperature. And then the rest of their cage should be at more of a, it should gradually go down to a cooler area on the other side of the tank, so that they can go in a hot spot or get more cool if they want. As for food, crickets are one of the best insects to feed. You can also feed freeze-dried food like this insectivore treats I give. It's basically just freeze-dried mealworms. There is also this food from ZooMed called Leopard Gecko food, and it's kind of just like brown granules, and some of my leopard geckos will eat it, some really won't, but you can have that available in their cage. And then of course you can feed insects like I said, and crickets like I said, and other insects like superworms, mealworms, Kelsey worms, pretty much whatever. These guys here, you want to be careful about their tails because they will pull off if they're scared of you and you grab their tail. You don't want to pull off their tail. But most of the time leopard geckos are pretty calm and docile. These guys I only handle about once a week, and they stay pretty calm and pretty easy to handle. They know that I'm the one that feeds them. Every time I walk in the room they come up to the front and they stare at me waiting for me to throw in some food. So they are pretty interactive, although they do sleep a lot during the day. So if you want a lizard that's going to be up and running around all the time during the day, you know, they're not going to be doing that. They are going to be hiding a lot. And that's one other thing you need in their cage, some type of hide or sleeping area. And other than that though, you can wake them up any time during the day to take them out and play with them. So it's okay to do that. Well, let's go ahead and see if these guys want a superworm here. Well, they both got the attack face on. Who's going to get it first? They're both looking at it. Oh, you bit off half of it. I'll hold it looser so you can grab it. Here you go. Someone grab it. Oh, no, don't bite the pliers. Bite the end of the worm. It's right there. It's on the ground. You can get it. I don't like dropping these in the cage really because they will just crawl under. Here's one for you. There you go. You got it. Still one on the ground there, guys. There's another one. Who wants it? Whoa. I think they'll get it before it goes under. There we go. You want one more? Oh, she's looking at that one that's half eaten. There we go. Let's get off that aspen there. There, she spit it out. They're usually pretty good about spitting out the aspen and not eating it. I do suggest reptile carpet for these guys. It's one of the best substrates you can use. There's no chance of them eating it. I've had good luck with aspen, but as you can see, she's spitting it out. They're pretty smart about not eating it, but it is recommended to use reptile carpet or even paper towel. Let's go over here on the other side and give these guys some food. There you go. Hold on. He's a little more oh, no, I was going to say he's a little more skittish, but then there he went and went right at it. I do recommend, if you have a substrate that things can burrow into, like I'm using aspen here, I do recommend feeding with tongs. I'm using a needle nose pliers here, but you can, you know, get reptile tongs. I recommend feeding by hand or with tongs because then the superworm or mealworm won't just crawl underground. Quite often if you just throw in, let's say, 5 or 10 mealworms, they're just going to crawl under the substrate and they're not going to be eaten. And they might even turn into beetles then. The superworms turn into like these beetle-y type things if they get a chance to morph into their next life stage. So it's best to feed them with tongs. And really, other than that, if you guys have any questions, let me know. But like I said, these are probably the best beginner lizards if you're wanting to get into reptile keeping. These guys are great. They're fun, they're colorful, you can get all different colorations, and they're pretty easy to keep alive, pretty easy to handle. So really great beginner reptiles here. So see you guys next time. Happy pet keeping.